Right now I'm walking the Easy Red sector of Omaha Beach. This is a place that has become a bit of a pilgrimage site for many Americans, a place where they can come and remember the sacrifice and the service of the men who fought here on D-Day and in the days after. It's also become a place of pilgrimage for many World War II veterans. For a lot of men who fought in World War II in Europe, it was right here at Omaha Beach and also Utah Beach where they set foot in France for the first time and then continued on inland to bring the fight to the Germans to end Nazi tyranny. Well, we are approaching the 80th anniversary of D-Day, and I'm getting ready to meet up with Andrew Biggio, who's the author of The Rifle and The Rifle 2, and with him are 4 World War II veterans who fought here in Europe in 1944 and 1945. And our very first visit is going to be to the Normandy American Cemetery.
Tiny one.
Sure. Today we visited the grave of Joe Thibodeau. Joe has a very unique story. Myself, as well as one of the other volunteers, are Boston policemen, where we patrol his house every day. Joe was originally from 77 Trenton Street in East Boston. He served with the 66th Division, and for those who don't know much about that division history, they had a very tragic history. Crossing the English Channel on December 25th on the SS Leopoldville, they were struck by a German submarine torpedo. Killed hundreds of them. They called every boat, ship, Coast Guard thing they could to try to rescue people in the cold waters of the December night. And unfortunately, most of the division was combat ineffective like that and never got to actually serve cohesively as a liberating unit throughout Europe. Most of the guys were dished out to other locations, but Joe was one of those casualties that night. And I thought it was good that representing East Boston's American Legion, VFW, and these men that we paid tribute to, a hometown hero most likely forgotten. He left behind a wife and a son. So we visited a gentleman from East Boston, and here's someone from my hometown of Winthrop, Massachusetts. Ralph Cunningham grew up on Payne Street in Winthrop, Mass, and was 32 years old when he jumped into Normandy. 32, so he was
82nd Airborne.
82nd Airborne. He was one of the older guys. He was adopted by 2 twin sisters who lived in Winthrop. Unfortunately, he was captured along with 7 other paratroopers that day. I believe about 7 other paratroopers. They were held in a monastery for some hours. The Germans brought them out and executed them all at point-blank range and killed Ralph Cunningham. People often ask, well, why did they execute him? He was 32 years old. They probably saw him older as a threat, and unfortunately, that's what happened to him. And we know this because a German interviewed, who was being held as a prisoner of war at Fort Devens, Massachusetts, admitted to witnessing the killings but not taking part in it. And his death files have fractured skull penetration from most likely an execution. So we're here today to honor him. Again, we'll never know how many visitors he's gotten over the last 80 years, so we're happy to do our part and visit him. So, thank you.
Franklin, was there a certain reason why you wanted to visit this grave?
I just wanted to, symbolic basically, because, you know, all the crosses here, and there's just a few Jewish guys, and so I wanted to, as a symbol.
Franklin and Christy, I thought it was important for you guys to visit someone from your own division, because hands down, you will be the last 26 infantry division men to ever visit this man. And I think he's probably glad he has a visitor from 2 men from the Yankee division. And he's a New Englander too. So.
Yeah. He got killed right away.
Yep. Because you guys entered combat in around August, right?
Yeah, right.
Were you in Metz around that time in September?
That's what it was, yeah, that's.
Can you tell me kind of how it feels coming back here after 80 years?
Nostalgia. I'm really in tears to still be alive. Charlotte Tree must have been 100 years old to have survived World War II, and also to visit the young men who passed away, who died fighting for America, fighting for freedom, fighting for their families and for us. And I never really thought I would still be alive to see it. Well, thanks to my general who took me out of the service, sent me to Glasgow, Scotland, saved my life. And after being here in Lower Hull, Sherbrooke, and Utah, France, I went all the way up. He saw something in me. So he sent me up to Glasgow, Scotland to go to school. I'm here today to say to the young people today, this killing gotta stop. This fighting gotta stop. So many lives are given up for naught. And I'm just so emotionally today to be here and see these white crosses all the way. And it's really, and I lost my brother in the Marines, likewise, so there's been death in my family too. And my mother cried, and she hoped that I would not go down in death as my brother did in the Marines. But it's a beautiful day today. And maybe the people who are here may learn something, that war is not a way to end the craziness, the hatefulness. War is something that we need to get rid of and be brothers and sisters and love one another.